Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Got the pretty surroundings here. Oh, pretty trees, colors, pumpkins, a little bit of a sunrise up there. It's nice. It's nice. Nice Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 23rd of 2023. And we're not going to have any issues today, except for some of you may find some patchy fog this morning, especially near bodies of water like a lake or stream or a river. And because temperatures are right around freezing, there may even be an icy spot near a bridge, where some of those creeks and streams and rivers run. It's cold enough that that fog could settle there on the bridge, condensation, then it freezes because of the temperatures being around 32. But other than that, we're not too worried about any of that this morning. Cloud cover, well, it finally shook out of here last night and cleared out. We scrubbed it out with high pressure coming in with a much drier air mass. And now all of that is moving east. The only thing that satellite view is picking up on this morning is the sunrise and some of the patchy fog that's in the area. So, again, just be mindful of that. There are a couple of things to note if you're headed down, say, to Middle Tennessee, the Nashville area. There is a freezing fog advisory that's out this morning, and there you see it on the radar with the advisories turned on down there around the Nashville area. Yeah, as soon as you cross the border, that's where the issues are. Freezing fog advisory, and that's until 8 a.m. So, 7 as I make this podcast, just be mindful that down around the middle Tennessee area, according to their thresholds, there's enough fog that it could freeze on a bridge or overpass. I mean, the same thing could happen up here in the Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky area, but we're not under any advisories for anything like that. And then when you pan out here, you don't see any precipitation. There's fog down in Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, but this is where the real action is going on this Thanksgiving Day. Advisories, winter weather, watch storm warnings. You got, and here's the snow that's starting to fall. Make this go into motion here so you can see. Yeah, there's rain at the lower levels and then snow in the elevations. You go up into Idaho, you go into Wyoming, you go into Montana, even parts of Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota. It's all of this is moving that direction. Denver's going to get it, Wichita, then back to Salt Lake City. I mean, all of this is going to be the big winter storm that's going on in those places. And it's going to move east. But the thing is, the jet stream's north of us, just a bit north of us. So that's going to keep the colder, it's going to get colder, but it's going to keep this kind of stormy winter weather away from us. So we're not going to see that, just in case you were wondering, like, what? Winter storm, is that coming? No, not for us. It's coming, but it's not for us. Just didn't want you to panic or anything like that. All right, let's take a look at those temperatures this morning, according to the Kentucky Mesonet Network. And we are starting out some 20s, some 30s. Skies cleared a little bit better than than we were forecasting. So that allowed that blanket of clouds, once it departed, it was holding in a little bit of heat. So we thought it would be closer to the mid to lower 30s, but I'm seeing a lot of 20s this morning, like Morgantown here in Bowling Green. Let's see, Tompkinsville, 20s up. There's that's Taylor County, Adair County. Let's see where else. Rest of everybody's pretty much in the 30s. Well, there's a 26 in Elkton and Todd County, Russellville at 28, but Franklin's at 31, closer to the freezing mark. So, yeah, because the clouds got out of here in record time, really. If you think about it, there were still clouds around last night at 10 o'clock, and that was holding the temperature in the mid 30s. But overnight, high pressure came in a little bit quicker than thought. And so our temperatures got a bit colder than we anticipated. So that's why there's a lot of frost out there this morning. And if there's any fog, that's why I say be careful because some of that fog will settle on something like an overpass or a bridge over a creek or a river, and it can cause a little icy spot. But there shouldn't be any big problems with that today. It's all going to get above freezing here in a little bit, so it's only temporary. All right, let's take a look at temperatures for the next 10 days. The model blender showing that we're going to stay relatively cool in the 50s for today, about 55. That's what I'm calling for today. And then we see lows in the mid 30s tonight. There will be more clouds tonight. That blanket of clouds will move back in ahead of that system you saw out in the plains, but that's all we're going to get from it is clouds. So we're going to stay in the mid 30s, low to mid 50s tomorrow, even cooler as we get into Saturday and Sunday. We actually get some rain. Chance of rain coming in, pretty good chance. But it's going to be a fast moving system. I don't think it's going to linger long enough to produce a lot of measurable rainfall. We may get up to a half inch or so of rain out of that system. And then the colder air comes in. The coldest air over the next 10 days comes in as we get into Sunday night, into Monday. You see, Monday, we only get up to 43, but look at that low of 31 Sunday night, and you're thinking, is the moisture going to be gone by the time we hit 31? All indications say yes. I looked in my little 8 ball and looked under the, all indications say yes. Okay, so no, I don't actually use the 8 ball. But anyway, it's just to give you an example. It appears it will. There could be the some locations, especially east of Bowling Green, that with some leftover moisture, there could be a little something, something mixing in. I don't think it's going to be significant, though. That's on Sunday night. Then we go into a chilly few days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we warm back up to near 50. Thursday is the last day of November, and we'll see a high of 52. And there's your Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next weekend, which is Christmas parade weekend. And it looks like we're going to moderate and be much milder with highs pushing into the mid 50s, maybe even upper 50s for the first few days of December. I still don't see any, big snows or anything coming our way anytime soon. The pattern is just not set up for that yet. Still way too warm and still too dry, even though it's going to get colder. It's certainly going to be cold enough at times at night to have some mixed precipitation, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen for us. Not yet, but it'll come. Just it'll come. Just like I said, be patient. This heat and humidity will be over with. Remember me saying that in August, September, October? We're like, when is the fall air coming? Well, now it's here, and even winter air, winter like air. So, those of you that want snow, it's coming, just not right now. Here's a look at, you see that yellow, all of that is the fog that's over the area. So, it's mainly along and east of 65 where we're seeing a lot of the fog, but high pressure dominating here with the drier air, and it's going to stay that way for a while longer. Here we go into this afternoon. Tonight, there is that weak cold front that approaches, but I see it kind of falling apart. as it runs into all these, high pressure centers across the area, big dominating high pressures. So here we go again tonight with a little more in the way of patchy fog. And then we get into Friday. There comes the front, just kind of barely there. But it will produce a few clouds, I think, as you're going out shopping. Then it goes further south, and we just continue to settle in for Saturday into Sunday. Now, Sunday, here comes our next weather maker. You can see how much snow it is producing back into Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico, Texas Panhandle, Nebraska, Kansas, and eventually into Missouri. But this thing's going to ride the jet stream and go north of us. So we'll be on the warmer side of things. And that's where we'll see the rain once that system comes in for Sunday. It's not going to change direction. It's not going to, all of a sudden it's going to go, oh, I think I'll go to Kentucky and bring some snow. It's not going to be like that. So we're all good for now. I hope that you and your family have a blessed and wonderful and safe Thanksgiving Day. I know from my family to yours, I wish you all the best. We're having a great Thanksgiving Day today. We're going to have family. In fact, it's going to be into tomorrow and part of the weekend. I'm not on the radio and I'm not on television the next couple of days. So I get a nice extended weekend and I'm looking forward to it. Just going to relax. I may or may not go shopping. And if I go out into the crowd, I may not buy anything. I do that sometimes. Uh, they say that you got to have this thing called money to use to buy things when you go out shopping. And so, you got to have that for some reason. It's it's like I don't know why they require that, but it seems like a thing. I can't just walk out with whatever I want. Although that happens too in some places, and it's like, hmm, anyway, thank you. Just from my heart to yours, thank you. Thank you for just being there and being fans of this podcast and followers and uh, listening to me, you know, dribble on, for an extended period of time. I've tried to shorten these things and many of you said, no, don't do that. I want to see the whole 10, 15, 20 minutes of this thing, listen to you describe the weather. And I appreciate that because I would never get this amount of time on radio or television to do this. And that's why there are podcasts out there like mine and thousands of others that people get to talk about what they enjoy and what they like. And this is a part of me. So thank you for allowing me into your computer and device to describe the weather. I hope that you do have a great Thanksgiving. God bless you. And when I say that, I mean it. God bless you and your family. Heartfelt thanks. Have a great weekend.